Morning, 8/10/2023, 10th of August. We are 1/3 into the month. Tell me it's not flying by, man. Just tell me it's not. But it is. I tell you, man, it gets going before you know it. You know, we're gonna be wearing costumes, scaring kids. You know, getting ready for Halloween. The way I always felt is pretty much when Halloween hits, that's it, man. It's the end of the year. You know, then we just got Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and boom, we're on to a new year. Feels like after, right when we reach Halloween, that rest of the last 2 months go by quick. You know, it's like you're fighting for it to slow down, but it's a great time. But anyway, today I'm here doing my thing. It's Thursday, right? And I'm doing it with a heavy heart, man. Yesterday, went to a blood drive out in Riverside. You know, we lived in Riverside for 20 years, from 1987 to 2007. And when we first moved out there, we moved out to Paris, California, and you know, we had no friends out there. You know, my wife and I moved out to buy our first home, and then you know, sign up the kids for baseball and you know, regular activities. And we started making friends through baseball. We met a couple beautiful families that we adore, you know, to this day. We just never kept in touch, but kind of. My son is kept in touch because he still lives out in Moreno Valley. But anyway, so the other day, my son calls me, a couple months ago, my son calls me and tells me that he heard that Jesse, one of the kids that he played baseball with, was not doing well. He's sick and he's trying to keep it on the low. And I'm like, oh, really? He was, yeah, he said he has cancer, lymphoma cancer, blah, blah, blah. And thinking, oh, he's going to be going through treatment, blah, blah. Well, anyway, yesterday at his girlfriend's job, they had a blood drive. And he was encouraging people. So I'm like, oh, that's my boy. You know, I really loved him. He has a beautiful spirit. Greatest kid you ever wanted to meet. So I went out there, and luckily he was there. You know, I didn't realize how far advanced he was. I think he's had like 3-4 treatments of chemo, and he's fighting real aggressive cancer and lymphoma. So it's stage 4 right now. So I guess because it's in the blood and stuff like that, and in his lymph nodes, and so they're being real aggressive with the chemo. But anyway, it was really sad to see him in his condition. I know it's life and things happen, but you know, it hits different when it's in your little pocket, you know, pocket of friends and family. But yeah, you know, it was just sad to see him. He's got a little bit of Bell's palsy. I think that's what they call that, where he's got a little twitch in his eye, and his speech is a little bit, you know, off, distorted a little bit. Like he struggles a little bit with the speech, but he's in good spirit, you know, typical of the kid, Jesse, you know. He's, I'm gonna shut this off and restart it. Yeah, he's in good spirit. As always, I told him, I said, hey, I just came down here. He hadn't seen me for maybe 20 years, but, you know, saw him on Facebook. My son called me one time when he was, you know, riding around with him, because he and my son were selling used cars. He was a used car salesman, and then he helped my son sell some cars. Gave him some cars to sell, so my son would sell them, and they would split the profit, which was, you know, great. But anyway, they called me one time. They FaceTimed me while they were in the car. Jesse, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And it was just good to talk to him. He was telling me about how he wanted to start the program, get back on it, because he was athletic. Awesome little baseball player and football player, and I think he wrestled. I'm not sure if he wrestled, but I think his younger brothers wrestled when they were pretty awesome. Went to state and all that great stuff, you know. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, so sadly, you know, I'm sad to report that, man. He just you know, it's always frightening when you see somebody going through chemo and, you know, the stages that they go through. You know, the hair loss, all the hair loss, and the skin, you know, looks a little chalky, a little dry, but, you know, I was happy to see that he was in good spirit, you know, his fighting spirit. So, you know, hopefully everything, you know, goes well. But yeah, that was my day yesterday. But anyway, today we still got to get this in, and then and just, you know, I got phone numbers from everybody, so you know, we'll keep in touch, closer in touch. Got to see his parents. I hadn't seen his parents in probably close to 30 years. I saw videos of them when one of the boys got married in Costa Rica. Ah, there's Carmen and Danny, and there's Teddy and Stevie, and you know, his whole family. Beautiful family, unreal. You know, have a nice little 10-acre ranch out there in the backside of Nuevo, backside hills of Nuevo, and it's just a wonderful family. We were lucky to meet them, and yeah, we just reunited. And of course, you know, it feels bad because, you know, it takes something like that to reunite you. You know, in most cases, in a lot of cases, you know, like you get caught up in your life, and we kind of moved away. We lived in Paris from 1987 to 1996. Then we moved closer to, you know, the freeway, to the 91, and then we lived there another 10 years, almost 11 years, and then we moved back down here, you know, to the LA South Bay area. So, but anyway, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish. Today's Thursday. I got a light one. We also gotta go to school because the girls go back to school today, and you better go, Grandpa. And so got to do that. So I had to get up a little early. My wife has therapy, and we got to get all this in. You know, make sure that we go to school for the first day of school. But anyway, all right. I'll talk to you guys after. All right. Bye. All right, y'all. Let me slow this down. All right, y'all. I'm finished.